So I want to tell you about the hummingbird and where it came from. In high school, I kind of met robots for the first time, or met building robots through a competition called FIRST. CMU is so big in robotics that it was just sort of natural that I started doing some research in robotics and playing around with robots more and more. I was drawn to the Create Lab and the approach of using robots and robotic technologies to help communities of practice.
We're located in East Liberty, and we couldn't help but notice a couple years ago just this insurgence of startups right in this area. We talked to those startup companies, and they thought this was a great idea to put together sort of a one-time workshop. It's a perfect pairing because these kids are getting exposure to career paths and potential ideas that they would otherwise never have gotten exposure to. And if just one of them is affected, if one of them is sparked to do better in their science class, because that means they'll get to build robots, then that's the goal right there.
The goal of the Create Lab is to take robotic tools and new robotics technologies and to work with end users in specific communities and to see whether any of these new robotic tools or technologies could be adapted or modified to help that particular community. Both Finch and Hummingbird, they were part of the research that I was involved in. The Finch came from a project called CS Spots, where the impetus was kind of motivating more students to take computer science. Hummingbird came initially from focus groups and workshops done with middle school girls to try to figure out if there was anything that we could do specifically to help with the drop-off in terms of STEM interest. It evolved after that. Now Hummingbird is used in school and out of school environments with both genders from 4th grade up to the end of high school. It was kind of tricky at first. We were trying to figure out how to do it, so it was hard in some cases to find partners. It took us a long time. I think these days it would be a lot easier, frankly, because of the network.
We believe strongly in collaboration, and so a lot of the companies like BirdBrain have created innovative tools or products that they want to get into the hands of educators, and they need an avenue to do that.
The professional development, in my mind, is key to making that happen, because when a teacher comes in with no programming or electronics background and at the end of a one-day session they've built and programmed a robot, that's incredibly empowering.
I like the philosophy behind the product, that we should be learning while we create, we construct our own learning, and this just seems like the ultimate tool for kids to create while they learn and learn through their creating.
A lot of times teachers don't have the opportunity to plan how they're going to use an innovative tool. Through the professional development we provide, we allow actually the time for the teachers to develop an action plan and bounce ideas off of other educators in the room.
I think it's impossible to come to a session like this and not bring something back to your classroom.
Robotics is a tool like any other. It's basically something that is used to motivate students to learn.
I think we help to provide an environment where they can create and invent and discover and explore in meaningful ways, and tools like the Hummingbird Robotics Kit help to provide that environment.